Hey there, cool people out there in homegrown indie land. What's going on? Yes. It's that time of the week again. Monday night in the States, and what day is it? It's Tuesday morning here, man. And I'm tucking it in for the show. Me and Joe Walsh here. Yeah, what you just heard was a show opener, kind of. That was the first song that Brian Bigler and I wrote together. And really, that was the beginning of Saigon Slick and the Boston Bar. That was about 3 years ago. I used little bits of that song, but not that many people have heard the whole thing. So there you go. A little throwback Monday for you there. And glad to see you all here. Glad to see Pete Johns, whose Garage Band Weekly show just concluded. I hope you were able to watch that, and I'm glad that school's out over there and all of his cool people are becoming cool people over here on this channel. Oh, man. I have so much fun doing this show. I love my weekends, but when I finally get back to doing my main gig of hanging out here with you all and playing your songs, it's a blast. So, as you all start to congregate, I see a load of you here, and I'll say hi in a minute. There will be no masterless today, for the singular reason that this is an all-request show. Yes. Just send your tracks to this email address, homegrownindylive@gmail.com, and I'll see it, and we'll play it if we can. I think we usually get to play most of them, right? Sometimes all of them. And I see some emails are starting to come in now as I whistle my S's. And some folks sent them in a little early. That's also cool. In addition to Pete Johns, who's hanging around here, I want to say hi to Jade Starr. Hello, Jade. And Laurie's Mishmash. I'm going to turn this off. Also people who have shows. And I'm doing a collaboration with Laurie's Mishmash and Les Nagy right now. And it is so fun. I should have done it a long time ago. But that's forthcoming. Yeah, all kinds of cool people. Clint Kelleher. Christopher Peebles of Omni Collective Creativity. Audible Video. So Chris will be able to see one half of that, the Audible part. Chris is a blind member. Chris Peebles, I'm sorry, I'm backing up, is blind, so just remember that as you see him in the chat, or because he won't see you. He's just listening through voiceover and things like that. And, yeah, maybe we'll hear something from Chris tonight. Thomas Christ, another cool people with a show. I got so many people with shows on my show. It's crazy. Joan Barry Glenn. J.J. Fingerkeys. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Clayton Van Kluge. The Mad Doomsman himself. Clayton's making a lot of tracks these days, man. When I first had the show, let's pump this up a little bit. You know, he would lurk a lot, but now I get tracks from him just about every week. Good on you. Michael Thompson, how's it going? Good to see you here. Always a track from you. And I saw you over on Pete's music show the other day, Your Music Live. I saw a bunch of you there. I was able to pop in. My song Lucky got played, so I popped in to listen to it. and listen to the whole rest of the show. What a great show. So seldom get to listen to it because of the time difference, but I did want to catch that since, I finally sent a submission in to YML, and Pete was cool enough to send me an email and say, hey, you're on, so I was not going to just, not show the hell up. So I did. And I saw Michael Thompson there. I didn't see Laurie at Pete's show because in the middle of Pete's show, Laurie had the premiere of her cover of Blondie's Heart of Glass. So I popped over to Laurie, and then I watched that, chatted that group up, and then I came back to Pete's show, where I'm pretty sure I saw Russ 8889 there. Big Russ, what's going on, man? Yes, Ben Wells. Always cool to see you around the groups, my friend. Including Ben and I are both admins over at RTR, Real Talk Radio, so we get into conversations. It's cool. And Ben makes a lot of music. As you know, Hugh Caldwell is here with us. And Hugh is the newest member of my Patreon, the newest. He just signed up for Patreon, right? For Homegrown Indie Live. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But thank you, Hugh. Totally appreciate it. Right here. Okay. Miss Dwight Bailey. Hello to you, sir, of the many beautiful guitars. Tom Mack. And there you go. Did I say Lars Guitars? Lars Guitars, man. There he is right there. Good to see you on the show, dude. Okay. Let's do this. So, basically, I'm going to go from the oldest ones to the newest ones in this request format. But it's also kind of a free-for-all, and if you're there in the chat a lot and you're chatting me up and a lot of folks and you're making me smile, I might play your track earlier. I don't know. Depends on my mood. I'm joking. I'll try to get them all in. I'm having my morning coffee here. I know you guys are ready to get to some music, and we will right in a minute. Coffee. Yes, yes, yes. And so, let's just play one. What do you say? As like Jack Nicholson would go let's just play one. So, okay, I said I was going to go in order of submission, but I lied. So, because I'm just going to open up the show with this Thomas Christ track that he just sent me called Thunder and Lightning, and Thunder and Frightening. Okay, I've heard this one before. It's a great track. Let's check it out. Thunder and Lightning by Thomas Christ to open up this all request edition of Ron Ready.
Clouds on the horizon like black billows of smoke. Air so thick and damp you could almost choke. Rumbles of wrath thunder over the hills. They provoke the deity, this is the fate that he gives. Lightning crashes only inches away. Apple and Elevanta frozen at the display. Mouth of hell is gaping, they are standing at the edge. Another boom and a flash almost careened off the ledge. After the apples came the thunder and lightning. Souls illuminated by the flash of the lightning. Scared and unprepared for this retaliation. Deep in the clutches of a bleak situation. After the apples came the thunder and lightning. After the apples came the thunder and lightning. Elevon sheltered apple on the ground with his coat. It felt like they had an apple stuck deep in their throats. Paralyzed with fear as the hail rained down. They both tried to cry out but couldn't manage the sound. Several minutes passed and it felt like the end. Witnessing apocalypse is hard to comprehend. A final flash of lightning before us got cleared. It seemed they had survived but still were like and like deer. After the apple came the thunder and lightning. Souls illuminated by the flash of the lightning. Scared and unprepared for this retaliation. Deep in the clutches of a bleak situation. After the apples came the thunder and lightning. After the apples came the thunder and lightning. The revenge of a vengeful God. The revenge of a vengeful God. The revenge of a vengeful God. The billows rising.
Okay. Yes. Thomas Christ, right there, opening up the show. Yes, I know. I realized that was loud. So, we'll just see if it was Tom's track or if it was something here that I can fix. So just, I'll turn it down a little bit before I turn it up. All right, Thomas Christ. Yes, I dig it. I think, I always like to play Thomas Christ's signature riff. I know how hard it is to do what Tom does, man. It's a thing in Jade, right? Goes without saying. To just do these shows every week in and week out, right? And come up with great, interesting content. And I love Thomas's channel, man. It's great. I love the vibe it puts out. I dig his music. And, he's a cool member of the community. And having said all that, thanks, Tom. I'm catching up on my philosophy in my spare time, and more, accurately right now, early psychology, reading and listening to Dostoevsky, Nietzsche. What am I doing? It's just stuff I missed when I was in high school. I should have been reading it. But I ended up being in a flight suit. But I'm doing that stuff now. I find that a little bit of something completely different, input, reading or listening to audiobooks or watching movies, which is something I love, enhances my creativity a lot. And it doesn't take all that much, a few times a week, something like that, or once a day if you can. It's all about time, I know that. But I feel really creative right now because I'm doing other stuff, So that I think there's something to be said for that. There was a time, I think we've all had those times when it was just like all creating as much as I can. I don't got no time for reading, grammar, no time for grammar. And, that's when you can develop your skills, your chops. But then this probably goes without saying for a lot of people. But I'd come to these realizations, especially after morning herb tea and coffee, that going for a walk helps me write songs. Don't think about the song on your walk. Think about all the crazy shit that I'm seeing in Vietnam. And don't get killed by traffic. All right, there you go. That's is Leela here? All right. Hello, Lou Reality, with us here, and there she is. In the stream, a member of the Mod Squad. I've done a cool track with Lurie, otherwise known as Lou Reality, and there she is right there. Okay, so where do we go? Let's see here. Okay. Hugh Caldwell, always with us in the stream and a member of my Patreon. I'm so proud to say that because I finally have one. He was the newest member. And he sent like the first song in for this show. So he said he came up with this little song while he was daydreaming. It's called Thoughts. On this all-request edition of Ron Ready, Hugh Caldwell. Hugh Caldwell, all right. Excellent stuff. Hope my vocal music mix is a little better now. I was doing a little twiddling with it here as Hugh was playing. And thanks for the track, my friend. I highly appreciate it. And yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys. I know I talk a lot, but what are you doing creatively or creatively? Your choice. One thing that you're doing right now that's creative. Tell each other, man. I mean, me, the latest thing I did last night, because this is Tuesday morning here for me, was Jude Capana and I are working on a track, a song I wrote, he's producing, but I'm doing the guitar on it. So I was laying down some guitar tracks for that last night. And I think some of them will work out. Others might not stick, but it was a productive session. I'm digging it. I was using my black telly, and I also did a track with my red telly this weekend for my Patreon. If you come over to my Patreon and join, you can see weekly videos that I do, which are a glimpse into my creative process. And so, that's my latest thing. I did all that yesterday. Right. And, just to say, Patreon is cool, but one-time donations are nice, especially on the all requests edition, because it's requests. If you feel so moved to hit that PayPal button, which is down in the description, I highly thank you. Okay, but let's get to the main gig here, as they say, which is Joanna Glenn. Asks about my health. Thank you, my dear. I'm feeling much better now. And she said, here's a cheery song to aid the process. Well, that's good. It's called House Carpenter. And I saw Joe and Barry, I think, over on Pete's show on YML. So yesterday, I think. And I heard the song that they played of theirs, that Pete played. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it striking me. Another Glenn's song, Another Dead Body. Because that one had a dead person in it yesterday. So, but the songs always are so cheery in a way, And not every song's that way, that's true. A lot of their trad songs are, though. It's cool. It's really cool and dark. But this one is supposedly cheery, which I dig, here on my Tuesday morning, which is my Monday, because it's the first day I work in the week. I mean, on a schedule. Everything else is kind of like freestyle. Here we go with House Carpenter by The Glens.
Well met, my own true love. Well met, cried he. I've just returned from the salt sea. Oh, for the love of thee. I could have married a king's daughter dear, and she would have married me. But I have forsaken her crown of gold, oh, for the love of thee. sure you are to blame, for I am married to a house carpenter. I find him a nice young man. Will you forsake your house carpenter and go along with me? I'll take you where the grass grows green, by the banks of the salt, salt sea. Well, if I should forsake my house carpenter and go along with thee, what have you got to maintain me on and keep me from poverty? 6 ships, all out on the sea, 7 more upon dry land. 110 all brave sailor men shall be at your command. She picked up her only babes, kisses gave them 3, said stay right here with my house carpenter and keep him good company. Then she put on her rich attire, so glorious to behold, and as she trod along the way, she shone like shimmering gold. Been gone but about 2 weeks. I know it was not 3 when this fair lady began to weep. She wept most bitterly. Ah, why do you weep, my fair young maid? Weep for your golden store, or do you weep for your house carpenter, who never you shall see no more? I do not weep for my house carpenter, or for my golden store. I do weep for my own wee babes, who never I shall see no more. They've not been gone but about 3 weeks. I'm sure it was not 4. Our gallant ship sprung a leak and sank, and never to rise anymore. One time around spun our gallant ship, 2 times around spun she, 3 times spun around our gallant ship, and sank to the bottom of the sea. What hills are those, my love, that rise so fair and high? Those are the hills of heaven, my love, but not for you or I. What hills are those, my love, those hills so dark and low? Those are the hills of hell, my love.
where you and I must go.
The Glens, and they killed it with that one. I super love that because you got Barry playing his Strat. I mean, he often plays his acoustic guitar, which he's a master at. And I don't know if I had ever seen him or remembered that he was playing that Strat right there. So just great stuff. I love the song, guys. And glad to play it. I would love to hear you do a rock and roll song. Not necessarily rock, you know, but like a rock and roll song, you know, of your choosing. I am heavily influenced by that genre, although I don't always stick to it. But I just have done a great rock and roll cover, a mystery cover, which you'll find out more details later, about which you'll find more details later. And rock and roll. Yeah, baby. That was a great song by the Glens. Now, next, up on the list, Dwight Bailey has a brand new track, which we're going to rock here right now. He's in a stream, always in a stream, and a great contributor to the channel. I appreciate you, man. And if you can't donate or you don't feel like, you know, it's something you need to do, it's cool because I'll still be here. I'll still be here. And then guys like Dwight sometimes, you know, they donate to the channel so I can keep doing this so other folks can come out and look at his beautiful guitars. I think that that's really Dwight's motivation. He just wants a lot of people to see those beautiful guitars of his. And why shouldn't we? Because we see it right here on his new song, Mirror, Mirror. Dwight Bailey, the Hitman.
Yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall. Yeah. Reflection, yeah, with your reflection. Can see it, yeah. Yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall.
Dwight Bailey, right here on this request edition of Ron Ready, and the streamable link to that track that you just heard is in the chat. Blue Reality, one of our mod stars, just put it up right there. Dwight Bailey, thanks for sending that in, my friend. I do dig it. And let's move on, see what we got here. Let's see here. Right. Okay. So, next I'm going to do the new Laurie's Mishmash and Hugh Caldwell song. Because I know, I'll play the Les Nagy one here too in a minute. I think it was Hugh, if I'm not mistaken. It's that really cool rhythm guitar riff on this new cover of Blondie's Heart of Glass that Laurie did. And she sings it, and she just murders it. A song that I love, and I commented somewhere, I think it was during the premiere, that I fell in love with that song so hard that one summer that that I was rocking out to that song, and a lot of other good songs right then. And these guys just do such a great job. So let's check it out right now. And I hear it's getting a lot of views right there. It sure is. Right now, Heart of Glass by Laurie's Mishmash and Hugh Caldwell.
Trust, love's gone behind.
fantastic cover and video by Laurie and Hugh. What can I say? I loved it. I love that song. I'll probably be playing that on throwbacks for a while or forever because I can. I remember, man, it was in the pavilion, upstairs in the pavilion next door to the swimming pool in the park. There was a jukebox with that song, man. And I was head over heels, and I'm not even going to say the name of the girl, but I seemed like it was one after another. From then until now, man. But that song just, when you're young, I guess I was about 16, 17, right? 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. And you're really impressionable to those songs that are playing on the radio and a juke. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Does anybody even remember what a jukebox is? I know Laurie does and Hugh does. So thank you for that song, guys. It was great. Brought back a lot of cool memories. And let's go with Me, Myself, and iPhone, Ben Wells, who I mentioned earlier in the show as being a fellow admin with me over at Real Talk Radio. I think he does most of the heavy lifting. I try to be a creative advisor over there to those guys. True. We've had him on the stream here on the show many times. Great bunch of guys and a good group to kind of, if you want to find a different sphere of music within the community, I found one over there, including several more good lots more good European acts too, which I like because GBU Live, my Wednesday show, is in a Europe UK time frame. So that's RTR, where I met Ben. And Ben is an amazing artist, as you know, plays everything on his iPhone, is prolific, and is active in a lot of collabs within the community, which, to me, if there are a lot of collabs, musical collaborations going on in the community between different parts, and people from one part are finding like people over here and doing collabs, to me that's so healthy. That just shows that the community is thriving. I mean, and what's cool about it is it's all chaotic. There is no like leadership or anything. Everybody's doing whatever the fuck they want, but we're all responsible adults or children who with creative children who act like adults enough to do cool things in the community. Ben does it, so he sends right here, doesn't tell me what it is in his email, so I'm going to go with this one sight unseen. And although that does have its dangers, right? If the song is too loud, I'll turn it down real quick. I guess I need some type of a box. Evens out everything. I want one right now. This is on SoundCloud, should be okay. From Ben Wells, Me, Myself, and iPhone. Me, myself, and iPhone with breaking the law, breaking the law. He does a lot of covers too. But that was an original, just totally lovely. The sound, it sounded like an organ in a way, but it was 3 guitars playing harmony parts. And just great. I loved the bass line, kept things moving right along. Great stuff, Ben. If you want to collab with Ben, just tell him. You know? It's just as easy for somebody to collab from, GarageBand on a phone with somebody in whatever, Logic Pro, as it is between two exactly the same DAWs, man. So I know Ben's working with a lot of guys. I know, let's see, I know he's working with Hetriani on one right now, at least. And, speaking of that, where's my old friend Gary Hubbs? Where you at, old Gary? Right there he is. Gary Hubbs, I'm working on a project with Gary and Hetriani and Guillermo Adriano. And man, it just blows my mind that I'm even able to consider doing tracks with guys like these. Gary Hubbs, the Mad Bassman. There's his signature riff right there. We're working on a metal track that he and Guillermo are writing. Hetriani's doing a solo. I don't think I'm letting this out of the bag, man. I thought I'd give us a little mystique so people start looking forward to it. And I'm doing some vocal speaking on that one, right? And then, so coming up, I'm so proud to be working with Gary Hubbs on that one, and it's just so cool to hear I got another collab chat. It's it's excellent. And I'm also working on a rock and roll song, kind of, a heavy rock and roll song with Guillermo. And so it's just coolness abounds, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you, Gary, and welcome to my abode. All right, what am I doing here? Still to come, let me just say that we have artists such as Russ 8889, Omni Collective Creativity, Les Nagy, Tremor Bear, and our next artist, and lest I forget, Dominic Toragrosa sent me a track fair and square. And Clayton Von Kluge. Here he is right now. Also sent me a track square and fair. And he asked, should he send in another one? Well, man, I always figure that folks who watch the show a lot, and then when it comes to one of these request ones, I really dig it because people are probably choosing what they consider to be one of their coolest songs. So every song on the show is going to be a blast, especially that First Time of Christ song, man. That mother bear was loud. It'll wake me up here in Ho Chi Minh City. But not before I play Danza del Diablo by Clayton Von Kluge on this all-request edition of Ron Ready. Peyton Van Kluge, whom we know is Dr. Doom by night, with a name like that. Excellent tune. There he is right there. KVK. Always with me on the show here. Big supporter of the show. I think he digs being in the chat, and I dig having you there, my friend. Great song. And everybody thought so. Tobias Reese joins us. How are you, my friend? This is, let's see here. There's still time to send your tracks in on this all-request edition of Ron Ready to homegrownindie@gmail.com. Still going. I think you could still get your songs in if you're just joining us. And yeah, I'll just have to make some judgment calls. All right. Okay. So, right. Just checking to see if anyone is new here. Well, hold on, man. I mean, I don't think I've officially said hello to Jack Flash. What's going on, Jack? Good to see you, my friend. A man who, when he puts out a track, you already know you're going to love it. And so that's why his YouTube videos get, boom, they get seen immediately, it seems like. Cool stuff. He's got brand recognition. And what is the brand? It's his talented voice, right? And his great band. Okay. Welcome to the stream there. Jack, the Flash. Let's see here. All right, cool. Feisty Feather, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you here. All right. Let's party down. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, I said hello to Michael Thompson. What's going on, man? Hey, if I'm missing a track by you, just try to call it to my attention or send me another one, whoever you may be, Michael or whoever else. In the meantime, is Dom still here? Dominic El Toragrosa? Is he here? So, let's play, while I'm trying to figure out if Dom is still here, let's play this Russ 8889 track because I know he's here. And he sends his track, Black Sheep, taken from the first Delicate Giants album, Earthworks. And it's a mellow track right here on this all-request edition of Ron Ready. Russ 8089. Boom, 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 boom. With that track, Black Sheep, off of his first Delicate Giants album. And now he's like on his third, right? I mean, is Eclipse considered in a whole nother album, or I'm not sure. But the Delicate Giants are out there, and Jack Flash says not even Giant Killers, which is Jack Flash and Andy Dion, will take them on. Great stuff. Let's see here. Joe and Barry Glenn dug it right there. Yes. Okay. Yes, it's the rush to get the songs played here on this all request edition of Ron Ready. Next, Dominic Toragrosa with his track Oblivion. I don't know if it's the newest track of his. Let me think. Nope. Freak Flag is his newest one. This is like in there in his top 2 or 3 newest ones. And let's see here. Hold on a second. Dom is also a member of my Patreon. So I appreciate your support, Dom. And your shared vision, or, the folks who support me got to kind of buy into my vision for the show, which is playing your music and promoting your creativity. That's it. And I have ways to do it, right? I can help you out. And I'll also take your advice. So Dom is in, right? And I will be doing patron-only polls and things, so those folks will have kind of an influence over the way the show goes. Kind of, I think that's the way it's going to go. So if you feel so inclined, there's a link down in the description to do that. I didn't really plan to do this right now, but I might as well just go ahead and pop it up there for just a second. And I won't be doing this forever, but just until people get used to me having this Patreon, so you can participate if you want. Let's see. I have the technology. There it is right there. And yeah, there are different tiers, and it gives you privileges on the shows as far as priority plays. And then there are other things too. You get some digital product, like a digital logo from me, personalized logo, depending on what tier you're in. I think everybody gets that. And discounts on my Teespring merchandise. And sorry about this, Dom. I'm preempting Dom's song with this advertisement, but it's mid-show. And, some things like in the top tier, you can get your song played priority, which basically means first part of the show as much as I can. And even if you're not there, I'll still play it. That's the top, just little things like that. So anyway, check it out if you want to. I spent some time putting this together. And I always really want to say this. If you can't do it or if you're not inclined, don't worry about it. This is not my main thing. It's just one of my things, okay? So I do appreciate you. Let's get on to the next song now, which is Dom Toragrosa with his song Oblivion, right here on Ron Ready.
Lost a life in the back of a limousine. Stripped a night at a club down in New Orleans. Took a punch by a junkie on the Soylent Green. Lost a mind swimming in a Vaseline. She's the man with the plan that that you can't deny. Put the test, don't ask him for an alibi. On your feet, down in front, tell me what it is. Cosmic sense in need of a renaissance. Oblivion, and you can't get away. Oblivion's how it happens this way. Looking glass, a junkie in a sexy dress, trying to run from the things that daddy said. A shooting star, blazing across the nighttime sky, lost control, never really knowing why. See the man with the plan for another taste, get a fix, watch your life go to waste. On your feet, down in front, tell me what it is. Cosmic sense, dusted with heroin. Oblivion, and you can't get away. Oblivion's how it happens that way. Little girl sitting on her daddy's lap, threw it down. She said she never give him that. Just because he had a little sickly need, a life was lived, and in a tragedy. See the man with the plan to forget your pain. In a blink, history repeats again. On your feet, down in front, tell me what it is. Cosmic sense, screaming for the innocent. Oblivion, and you can't get away. Oblivion's how it happens that way.
Man, that last part really sounded Jimmy Page-ish to me. Really did sound like Zeppelin right there at that last speed up. Oh, you did it on purpose, I think. I think we all emulate our influences, whether consciously or subconsciously. But I mean, to do it and then it comes out to be completely original, just influenced. Oh. It's evolution. We've just experienced it with Dom Toragrosa. Thanks for sitting in that track, man. And what have we here? Okay, that's about, let's see, the first half of the show is down, I would say. And let me see what we have still to come in the show. Good tracks, some of these names, if I have different names for you in your email that you sent me with your track than is on the chat here, and you're new, kind of new, then you may want to say something to me. I don't want to say people's names, you know, that I see in the email, because one of you guys is actually Elvis in disguise. I don't want to give you up. Still hanging around. He's actually an alien. But what is next is, after all the inane babbling boomer bass meme with what he says in his latest track, Boomer, with Vlad Was Misunderstood, original metal, on Ron Ready.
This is the tale of a Wallachia. This is the tale of a Wallachian place. His name was He was taken by the Turks, raised in the harshest environments, seeing most abject cruelty, darker than you could possibly imagine. He's seen his people tortured and named. The Turks hated. They killed and tortured members of his family and threatened him. Why are you so mad? Tormented him in all sorts of ways. They thought this would make him compliant. They were mistaken. Oh, he took those lessons he learned when they came to invade. Put it back on them. Impale them and forced of their corpses. They made blood. They made blood. They made Now some people they talk a lot of smack about blood, because he would die amongst that field of corpses that he had impaled upon those poles. But he did it to scare the living daylights out of them. And trust me, it worked. Would stop the Ottoman Empire. One and Romania could have more than enough. That Wallachia prince showed him command. That's why some of us consider him a hero. So take that and learn your lessons well. Some people you just don't want to piss off.
Oh my God. That was awesome. I love Dracula, man. Vlad Tepes, the Impaler, the Impala. Sitting behind the wheel of a big Chevy. Vlad the Impala. But it's actually a picture of Vlad, just like in Boomer's video. Vlad the Impala. No, I love that, man. That is so cool. And great guitars. Great vibe. Great, cool video. I think everybody enjoyed that more than we should have. Like Les. Kept talking about people getting impaled in various and sundry, positions. Well, since I said that, I know I'm going to play Jack Flash here in just a minute. But I told myself that I was going to play this Les Nagy track with Laurie. So Jack, you're here, man. You're with me. Oh, I see like super amount of new tracks coming in right now. But I'm going to do this. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Les Nagy. Where you at, bro? Okay. So this... Let me see. I got a couple from old Les here. Okay. Here's Les and Laurie's cover of Addicted to Love, which is another song I totally am enthralled by from back in the day. And as I recall, this is a cool emulation of even the video for this song. So here you go. The dynamic duo, Les and Laurie, with whom I'm doing a collab right now on another song. So here they go with Addicted to Love. Les and Laurie with that early track, pre-green screen, Addicted to Love by Robert Palmer. Rest in peace. And what a sexy video that was. I mean, by Robert Palmer, but also the one. I thought Les was extremely sexy in that. And, hold on, this is coffee, folks. I never imbibe before 12. It is way before 12. Okay, thanks for that one, Les and Laurie. Next, Jack Flash here on the channel with a new track. Wait a minute, it's just making sure I got the right one. This is by... Okay, so do I do the one from Laurie that's a track from Jack Flash, or I do the request from Jack Flash that's Gary Hubbs and Hetriani? Well, I'm going to go with the one that says in all caps, Laurie said she would rather hear this. So it's the new Giant Killers. We're going with it. See how flexible I am? I try to be. Here we go with some Jack Flash right here on Ron Ready.
When you haven't lost the shape,
Giant Killers, which is Jack Flash and Andy Dion, with their newest track. Yes, the brandest newest of the tracks for Andy Dion and Jack Flash. Like I said, man, one thing you know about Jack Flash is that you're going to like the track already, you know? But I like that one double much because, you know, it's one of my favorites. Right on. I feel like, wasn't there like a guy on the Star Trek episode with the blue hair? Anyhow, so here you get blue hair Ron. This is like purple Oompa Loompa Ron. Because, you know, I just felt like a change of mood. You guys ever do that? It's like, I'm just going to go with it. Blue wig, baby. Some dudes wear hats, you know. Oh, next. I am going to do this track that Jack Flash sent in by Gary Hubbs. Right here. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Let me check it out here. I know I've played this before. Hubbs, Flash Flood, featuring Head Tsunami. This is Don't Comply. Okay, here we go. Head Tsunami, which is Head Triani and Jack Flash and Gary Hubbs, whose signature riff we heard earlier and who I'm doing a track with. I'm so excited. And let's navigate over to it first. What do we say? And there it is right there. So, Gary Hubbs on Ron Ready. Head Tsunami with Don't Comply. I think that track kind of took the whole community by storm last year when it was released. It hasn't even been completely last year, right? Really great song by those guys. And so I'm going to be on a track with Tsunami, or excuse me, Hetriani too, with Het, if everything works out, right? And my part doesn't get cut or something. But Guillermo Adriano is producing something for us, or it's his song, right? And you got Hetriani on there, you got Gary Hubbs on there, you got Guillermo Adriano, the GJ, and you got Rock and Ron. Yeah, there's Gary himself. There he is. Okay, next. What do we have next, Ron? You may ask. Well, I'll tell you in all earnestness that we're going to play a track by Jade Starr, who was the first mod on my show, on my channel, right? Helps me out a lot with technical stuff, especially right in the beginning of the show. And she was also the first member of my Patreon, very first, right? Which I appreciate. Just, to show support that somebody thinks what I'm doing, is worth maintaining. And so one of the cool things about being a patron is you get your track played for sure, right? and you may say, well, I get my track played every time anyway, but still, it's a priority play. Like right here, Jade's song, Supergirl Syndrome. And I got a link for a good copy of it. It's around here and there. But let's go ahead and play this. And I know at least some album art for this track is being done by Jade, even though it's an older song. She's doing it on Midjourney over there on Discord, and it's super cool. You guys need to check out Jade's show, Ida Hap on iOS. How to app on iOS. I know that you know where it is, but the link is also in the description to this video. Woo-hoo. So here we go with Supergirl Syndrome by Dread Circus on Run Ready.
Once was a boy trapped in a nightmare under the illusion she was safe.
Jade Star, Tread Circus. Excellent live performance there by Jade. And thank you very much for being you, Jade. I don't know if I had seen that, to tell you the truth. Excellent performance, my friend. Let's keep working it. I know I said I got Chris Peebles. I do. I got Chris Peebles right here. And then we also have still to come Tobias Reese. And I got Tremor Bear. I got a Tremor Bear track. I got a Mike Thompson track. Let's see how we go as we pull up here towards the last part of the show. Chris Peebles of Omni Collective Creativity says a short minute and 40-second track. Watch Some Foreboding Jam on YouTube. Here we go. Omni Collective Creativity. Pulling right up to the end of that track, and oh man, that was a cool track there, Chris Peebles. Kind of kept things jumping, and yeah. So Chris is, I guess I'd call that kind of like EDM, although you have a hard time putting people's music in genres in this community sometimes. Like Clayton Von Kluge and Omni Collective, it's just great stuff. That's all I can say about it. Glad to have your creativity going on here, my friend, in the community, Christopher Peebles. And next, let's do this Tremor Bear track that he sent me. It's called Devotion. Let's rock it on this All Request edition of Ron Ready. Tremor Bear with that track Devotion. Excellent stuff. Thanks for always being there, Tremor, and being such a great guitarist, man, and always wanting to send me tracks. You are near and dear to my heart if you do that. Okay, Gortium85, who's my friend over on Discord, says, rock on, Tremor Bear. If you want to follow my server on Discord, there's a link to it down in the description to this video, so check me out on Discord or Instagram or Homegrown Indie Live with Ron Ward on Facebook. And those are what I'm doing on social right now for the channel, and I'm going to be talking with my patrons on Patreon about promoting their music, through my social channels. Just putting it out there, coordinating with them to do that, so people can be more aware of their music, at least the people who watch this channel and my other socials. And, they get practice doing it too, right? Because we're all trying to get somewhere with this, whatever it is, right? So, that's cool. Thank you, Tremor. And let's see. As I say, let's keep working it. Let's see what we got here. So, let's see. Looking. Some people's names I still don't recognize that I have tracks from, so please, if you're new to the channel, let me know. Okay, so next we got Tobias Reese sent me 2 tracks, and I'm just going to go with the first one since I'm in a hurry, because he always has great stuff, Tobias. Hues of the Blue. Man, that really sounds like I'm going to like it. Let's check it out right now. Tobias is in the chat. Chat him up right here on Ron Ready. Tobias Reese. Yeah, that is definitely one I had not heard before from Tobias. Great guitarist, man. He really has got that jam down. And, right, a favorite in the shows, a favorite on the channel. He really is, Tobias Reese. And thanks for hanging out with me, man. And to you folks, the usual suspects who actually come watch my show weekly, I know who you are, and man, I appreciate you, believe me. Right? I want to, as well as letting this show be like the show and the whole deal, be my primary creative outlet, including the outlet through which I do my music. I want to make this a cool experience for you all, right? And I'm committed to making it better and better. It won't get better exponentially because I'm freaking old, right? But I'll do the best I can. I'm trying to emulate Papa Tom Caraher. Man, that dude has more energy than my puppy, Now, he's a great dude, and he's kind of an inspiration to us all. And there's a lot of inspirations in this community. That's why I hang out here, man. So, I have to say this to Michael Thompson and Jerry Gomes. Michael Thompson and Jerry Gomes, your songs will get moved to good spots on the next shows. Your song's right here. Beggar's Bay by Jerry Gomes. Look forward to it. It's one that he sent me in. I'll mark it as unread right here. And Mike Thompson. You guys showed up and you didn't get your songs played, and don't let it discourage you, because they'll be at the top of the show next time. That's just the way it works. If you're there, right? You still got to come. Okay? Well, that does bring us now to the ultimate song on the show today. And that song is by Lou Reality, Leela, who is one of the mod squad here. And she sends in her track, Hide in Plain Sight. I think it's a cover. May or may not be. Like I said, the thing about all requests is sometimes you get, either you don't know the track or you can't remember it. Sometimes you can't even remember what you're talking about. Anyhow, but I do remember this. This track by Lou Reality is cool. And Lou is one of the members of my new Patreon. I always call her Lourie and Tom tells me it's Laree. That's why I call her Leela. To avoid getting it wrong. So, thanks for supporting what I do here. I appreciate it. And one of the cool things is you get custom shout-outs on the show, and you can get your song played as the ultimate song. So here we go, right here. Hide in Plain Sight by Lou Reality and Chatter Up in the Stream. So there you go. That does it for the show this time as we go out with some 15th Bend. I appreciate you all. Special apologies to Jerry Gomes and Michael Thompson. And I know Jerry Gomes had actually been requested by Jerry Gomes had been requested by Hugh Caldwell. So I got you guys. Sorry it didn't work out this time. But I'll see you soon. And those who were on my Patreon, remember to check it out because there's a new video on there. A Patreon exclusive video giving you a little glimpse into my creative process, and I'll be doing more of those. So if you want to see like the way I do stuff, for instance, put together thumbnails, make logos, make channel art and banners, and the way I play music when I record or when I do it for the show, and sometimes it might just be a hang. I haven't started doing live streams yet. I'm gonna get up to speed with doing some videos for you patrons, and everybody else. Some of those will also be released, after the initial release here on the channel, but not all of them. So, thanks to everybody who was here for the show. Next, I'll see you on GBU Live on Wednesday, which is the show for the UK time slot, and that is going to be a UK/Europe versus USA track battle of the Bands-O-Rama, the Lollapalooza of the little track contest, right? It's going to be fun, and I'll see you then. Right on. And until then, I'll just say to you, real people, real music.